Steam rising but the sunrise glows, signals bouncing nice and low. Foothill light and silicon sky, morning check-ins rolling by. Call sign ready, mic in hand, voices drifting through the band. RF dancing in the air, someone's mobile somewhere out there. Keyed up, drop your sign, one at a time, you're sounding fine. Sip so don't rush the day, net control will lead the way. Coffee on the console, radio's awake, morning on the machine, give and take. Voices in the speaker, smooth and clean. So like riding on the beam, checking out, don't hesitate. This is how we caffeinate. From the hills to the bay, W6EK Echo starts the day. Check here. AllStarLink been feeling strong. Echolink brings friends along. Mobile bass or handheld tight. Everyone's sounding right. Morning traffic rolling through. Signal reports 5x2. Laughing in between the keys. Coffee cup and beeper R's. Mic drop, carry a tone. You're never really alone. One more round, take your place. Good vibes on the interface. Coffee on the console, radio's awake. Morning on the machine, give and take. Voices in the speaker, smooth and clean. Sunlight riding on the beam. Check it out. Don't hesitate. This is how we caffeinate. Morning voices, RF stream. Coffee break, live on the machine. Operators, stand by. Coffee's hot, frequencies alive. Good morning, operators. Stand by. Good morning, voices. Stand by. Stand by. Good morning, operators. Stand by. Stand by. Good morning, operators. Stand by.
Shining, the birds are singing, and the fish are jumping. This net is sponsored by the Sierra Foothills Amateur Radio Club in Northern California, and we're here every day of the week from 7:30 a.m. to 10 a.m. Pacific Time. Please welcome your net control host and conversation facilitator, Brian, AI6US, checking in from beautiful Meadow Vista, California. Let's get the Coffee Break Net underway, because it's a great way to start our day. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning, everyone. Brian, AI6US. Yeah, I recruited that little chipmunk. He was up there chewing on my Dacron line, ready to take down my doublet antenna. Anyway, happy Monday. Today is March 30th, 2026. It is Monday all day long. Let's see if we can make this a better Monday than most, huh? Let's see. Let's go through the national days, and then we'll get into some quick in and outs as you start your day. Today is Take a Walk in the Park Day. Sounds like a great way to get out there and get some exercise. Maybe take your pet pooch with you there. Take a Walk in the Park Day. Today is National Pencil Day. I was thinking about it the other day. Looked around my desk, and you know, the pencils are in a drawer, and I pull it out once in a while, but I usually use a pen. How about you? No, it's not a quill pen and a dipping ink, but it is a ballpoint pen. Do you use pencils? Today is National Pencil Day. And today is Bipolar Day, World Bipolar Day. Yes, it is. No, it isn't. No, it isn't. World Bipolar Day. I guess I shouldn't joke about that, huh? Bipolar Day. Today is Doctor's Day. Big thanks to all those people who keep us healthy or just give us drugs. Today is Grass is Always Browner on the Other Side of the Fence Day. Yeah, the grass is always browner on the other side of the fence day. This is just a suggestion to appreciate what you have on your side of the fence. We're going to start out this morning with check-ins, folks that are in Northern California region. If you are in Northern California, coming in through the RF repeater or maybe one of the connected repeaters or on a node, we're going to take first part of this first round for folks in Northern Cal. Who's out there this morning? Welcome, Coffee Break Net.
KG6 QBB.
W6EK, good morning.
Kilo Charlie 6, Sierra Lima Echo.
All right, so I'm at the Coffee Break Net, or I'm at the Ham Fest, and I have people coming up to me going, oh, I can't check into the repeater. It's always people outside of the area. Well, at least 4 of you showed up this morning. Good morning, Graydon, KC6SLA. Good morning to you. N6CKB. Good morning, Carl. KO6TH. Good morning, Greg. KG6QBB. Good morning, Alex. All right. Let's see who's coming in through the internet. Maybe you're coming in through AllStar or Echolink. You're outside of the Northern California area. Let's add you to the list. Good morning.
Good morning. KC8FQV from the East Coast.
KK5 Golf Whiskey November.
KB6ED.
Isn't it something when somebody whines that they weren't invited to your party and then they just don't show up to the next time? Good morning, Ed, KB6ED. I think you live in Northern California. KJ5 Golf Whiskey November. Good morning there, Will from Oklahoma City, and good morning to Mark, KC8FQV. Did I miss anyone?
W6STW, Maurice from Wilton.
Good morning, Maurice. W6FTW. All right, let's go up to the top of this list. This is a one flip of the soft egg timer. Let's keep our check-ins under 2 minutes for this quick in and out round and respect other people's time. Good morning, Alex, KG6QBB, and hope you had a great time at Hamfest. Anything for the net this morning?
I am currently the Rolling 50 to Cameron Park to pick up a soundboard for an old Kenwood radio.
A soundboard. So is this to add, like, speech to Kenwood?
That would be an affirmative.
All right. And what's the purpose of that? Or is that for voice keying for contesting, or just to have controls available for just hearing settings, or what's your purpose on that?
Both. It seems to be a discontinued board. I just heard last week or so that there's one in the area, kind of a rare bird. So I'm swinging over to Simone's to pick it up and either copy it or duplicate its functionality.
Very cool. Glad you're in on that project. I know, those boards are getting hard to find, and that would be very cool if you could come up with a solution on that. Well, you have an enjoyable day. I imagine you'll be sitting out on the back porch, shooting the breeze with Simone and drinking a coffee soon. Thanks for dropping in, Alex, and keep us updated on this project.
Thank you, sir. Bet your last buck.
All righty. You have a great day. Good morning, Greg, KO6TH. Hopefully you had a great ham fest. Saw you and chatted with you a couple of times as you went around capturing video for the upcoming YouTube coverage.
Yeah, good morning, Brian. Good morning, everyone. Greg, KO6TH. Lovely ham fest. Had a great time there. Came away with exactly what I needed. And a few things extra that, who knows what they'll be used for down the road. Great day, great weather, wow. And great company there. Lots of people to see and chat with. I helped out a little bit with some radio programming, one of the members, and just great time. Today is a boat day. I'm getting ready to take off, so I will listen in as you guys drive, as I drive down the road, as you guys chat away, and hopefully we'll get some parts installed on the boat. So fingers crossed. KO6TH.
Okay, you were kind of a little non-committal. Your birthday or someone else's?
Did I say birthday? I don't know. What birthday?
Oh, then you start talking about the boat, so maybe it was boat day, and I heard birthday. Okay, strike birthday. All right, happy boat day to you.
Yes, boat day. Birthday is a different part of the year. Anyway, on with the day, and part of the stuff put on there is a radio, and an antenna, and and I gotta grab the mounting stuff for that. Where is that? Anyway, onward. KO6TH 73.
Yeah, a good dab of dielectric in around the connectors and wrap everything well. That sea salt corrosion gets into everything. Good luck on that. And very good. Yeah, I saw you taking advantage of the social area and sitting on the chair there and helping one of the members program up their radios. Very cool. Thank you very much. And I'm sure he appreciated it as well. Playing with KO6TH, and good morning, Carl, in 6 CKV.
Good morning, Brian, and everyone else out there. Well, I'm a big fan of mechanical pencils. And someone checked in and said they were in Wilton. If they're in Wilton, California, shoot me an email at November 6th, Charlie Kilo Victor at ARRL.net, because I'm also in Wilton, although I'm in golf right now at the Walmart. So back to you, Brian.
Well, very good. Yeah, that's Maurice, W6 Fox Tango Whiskey. So we'll catch Maurice in just a moment. But Maurice, did you copy that comment from Carl?
Yes, I did, and that's Whiskey 6 Sierra Tango Whiskey.
And I'm just in Wilton for the summertime, and I usually winter in Arizona since I live in my RV full time.
Okay, Maurice. Yeah.
Real good. Yeah, just shoot me an email. November 6th, Charlie Kilo Victor at 8RRL.net. And I'm at the Walmart, and I'm going to go in shopping, Brian. So thanks very much, everyone. 73, idle in.
All right. You have a wonderful day there, Carl, and great to hear you. And, yeah, Maurice, Carl's call sign is November 6th, Charlie Kilo Victor. And the email address is at ARRL help me out here, Carl, .net.
That's correct. It's .net.
Thank you very much. You have a wonderful day, Carl. And so, yeah, hopefully we'll get some neighbors to meet each other there from Wilton. N6EKV, AI6US. Hey, good morning, Graydon. KC6SLE, a great Hamfest, and thank you for the information. In a few minutes, we'll be going through what was in that mystery box that got so much donation monies for the scholarship fund. Thank you to Jim and yourself for putting that awesome mystery box together, and thank you to Adam, W6AGT, for his generous donation on the silent auction. Yesterday, I should say, Saturday, the Hamfest did not end with you on Saturday. I know you brought a lot of things home to sort and to get back into storage. Good morning.
It was a lot of fun. And it was very successful, and we're glad it was successful because that will help the club's scholarship fund greatly. So much appreciated to Adam for being the successful bidder. And I think, as you'll explain, he went away very satisfied. Before we move on to that, though, I was just going to point out that both you and Greg were correct a few minutes ago when you were talking about birthday. You're just using the wrong birth. You were correct because you were saying, hey, where do you berth your boat?
Ta-da. Yes, I didn't dig into that deeply. My brain is not quite functioning at that high level yet, but good observation there.
I just wanted to keep your record of being correct. So, let's see. We talked about PTO chippers last week. Did a lot of research on PTO chippers. Wanted one for a long time. Went down and visited one of the large Kubota dealers here in town. You'll know who I'm talking about. I'll leave their name out of it. With the idea, well, Kubota probably has a machine. Let's go down and take a look at it. They did not have any in stock. And when we met with the sales guy, he said, frankly, I don't like to sell them because our units don't work well. So I found a company up in Canada called Woodland Mills. I don't know if you're familiar with them or not, but really like their design, their machine. It actually has a hydraulic feed. That's the thing that I learned is that you really need to have a feed unit on chippers. Otherwise, they're gonna beat you to death. You're gonna do a lot of work. So should be coming in next couple days.
Well, I think that takes the cake maybe for most expensive items promoted and purchased because of a conversation on the Coffee Break Net. Well, maybe a couple of flex radios or something, but very good. No, I have never had a chipper with a feeder on that. That will help you get rid of your neighbors a lot easier.
At least at a higher rate, let's put it that way. Yeah, I was thinking the exact same thing today. I could have bought a flex radio or I could have bought the chipper. But it's a good investment. I don't know how much longer we're going to be allowed to burn the way things are going. Burning sometimes of the year is prohibited, and burning sometimes of the year is just downright scary. So I think a chipper will be a good investment for the long term. But I appreciate your counsel on that last week, and it was one of the, I like to do my research, and it was one of the inputs that pushed me over the edge of making the purchase, making the investment. With that, I'll let you get back to net. Oh, you mentioned that, I'm reliving the Lumen Ham Fest every day right now because I'm sorting through all the stuff that I brought home in my truck. And it was packed. I told Jim, let me take a quick break. I told Jim yesterday, we had a conversation that I was about 18 inches to maybe 2 feet into my truck as far as getting stuff out. I'm going through it. There's still a lot of great items in there that didn't get sold. And I don't want to take those to e-waste. Literally standing at the workbench making 2 piles, stuff that needs to move on and stuff that needs to be given a second chance with the club. So Jim and I are talking about maybe at the upcoming club meeting giving some of this stuff a second chance. So stay tuned for more information on that.
Well, definitely. So many awesome things were on the club table and found a new home. I just want to thank you and Jim and so many others that helped out at the table, and but all the work that went into it beforehand. I know that Dennis helped out and others. So definitely just thank you to everyone. It's a lot of stuff to sort, a lot of things to put out on the tables, gather back up, resort, and decide what to store and what to give away. But thank you so much, Graydon, for all the work. So many things go on behind the scenes. But you have a wonderful day, and boy, I'm just going to say I apologize to you that you have a new chipper and not a new flex, but those portable chippers, I've fought those a couple of times in my life, and they just were never stable enough for my liking. I always living on the edge, and the PTO ones are solid, and they just can run at a lower RPM and just chunk away on things. Before I let you go, one last thing: how large a diameter objects will it take?
My philosophy is invest in the tools you need. They save you time. They save you money over the long run. I told my dad was just growing up, he would try to make anything and everything work, including a hammer quite a bit. And it taught me that an investment in tools is a good investment. So I never shy away from that. The other thing is when you buy a tool, buy a good quality tool and buy the tool of the right capacity. So if you buy a larger tool, you don't have to abuse it so much. You don't have to work it so hard. So the unit takes up to a 6-inch, 6-inch log or limb or whatever it is. And I figure I'll probably never put anything through it that large. But as you know, using those units, if it's designed for 6-inch, putting 4-inch, 5-inch material through it all day will be a pleasure. With that, I'll let you go back to the net. W6 SLE.
Oh, very good. Yeah, keep us updated on your impression. I think you said Woodland Mills out of Canada, and definitely the auto feed. I think will make life so wonderful. Yeah, because my arms, by the end of the day of chipping out the orchard when I lived up in Oregon, I would be shaken from pushing that stuff in, just the constant vibration. So that feeder is a good thing to have. Have a great day, Graydon. Good morning to Grady. Good morning to Lisa, and we'll catch up with you later on. Clearing with KC6SLE. Good morning, Mark. KC8FQV.
Well, good morning, KC8FQV. Yeah, 62 degrees out here. Didn't do a whole lot. Hey, yeah, I did check into the net the day you were at the Ham Fest. So I have to go and take a look at probably some Facebook stuff. Probably going to be posted the Ham Fest. And that's something that we never have had in long ago. You used to have to wait for the newsletter, and the newsletter used to be black and white. Now there's color, but now there always can be. You can enjoy the Ham Fest even if you don't get there and that same day or a day later. But my weekend went good. So it's Monday, so I don't know. So great hearing everyone. So we'll send it back to net control, and Monday night I guess we have the node or mode net or whatever I know what it's called, but mode or node I think it's called. So we'll send it back to net control. And I was just looking at some pictures of where you guys had that meeting. That last meeting really looked, it looked good. But you know what? That was your first time the meeting before. So, there's going to be kinks when you come in to a new system and have to understand it all and try to figure it all out. But, hey, you guys learned it quick, and you never quit learning. My dad made a comment years ago, back when the first computers came out. Well, it was an Epson we got in the real estate, because they said, you have to get a new computer. Well, you have to get a terminal now. So a terminal was like $1,700, and I think we could buy a whole computer for like $2,000. So for a couple $100 more, we could have an actual computer, not a dummy terminal, and then we could use it for other things. And so they bought the regular computer, and I was a couple years later, I was going to replace it, and my dad said, you buy him learn everything that can do, and he's right. There is so much stuff. We'll never learn everything a computer can do, or it's the software that is what it is. It's the software and what it can do. So we'll send it back to net. Case up, Q.
Yes, indeed. Kind of like Graydon, buy the right tool the first time. But I remember when the push was, keeping the server as a and put thin clients. But we're back to that again, for pushes on business, a thin client at every desk, and let the server do the lifting. Mark, pleasure to have you stop by. And I don't think there's any pictures on Facebook yet. I know there's some pictures starting to show up on W6EK, and I know that Tom is going to be uploading probably hundreds of pictures here in the next day or so. Yesterday he started editing them, so I know a lot of pictures, and Greg with his videos will be coming up very soon. KC8FQV AI6US. Happy Monday, Mark.
Yep, you have Happy Monday, 73, and whatever way they come, they're all good. So KCFQV 73.
Yes, indeed, and hopefully in our upcoming newsletter there's going to be some pictures. I know there were so many people there, and so many smiling faces, great conversations. Hamfest is a social event above everything else. KJ5GWN, Oklahoma City. Good morning, Will.
Good morning, Brian. And it's warm and windy here. 65 degrees, windy, high fire danger today, going up to 86. So it's going to get hot here today. The record high is 88, which was set back in 1904, way before I was born. So anyway, we're getting close to record high today. Don't know if we'll break it, but we're cutting it mighty close. And anyway, not doing too much here. Going to make my last payment on my Kenwood TS570S HF rig Wednesday, so hopefully I'll get that installed and be able to get on 10 meters shortly. Anyway, back over to you, Brian. This is KJ5 Golf Whiskey November.
That's pretty awesome. I did not even know that you had that HF radio coming in. So excellent. Well, hopefully we can catch you on HF sooner than later. 86 degrees. That is starting to get warm. I was out assembling some new patio chairs yesterday, and it was 84 degrees, and it felt very nice in the shade. Get out in the sun, though; it's a different story. Have a great day, Will. KJ5 GWN AI 6US 73.
7.3 is Brian, and it is an adjustment to the body. I'm not used to 86 degrees in March. So anyway, hope it cools down soon. KJ5 Golf Whiskey November. We're soon listening.
Yep, you sure haven't had enough rain yet for it to be a hot, dry summer. You definitely going to be some continuing problems there. So hopefully get some more rain to go with some lower temperatures before summer hits. Hey, let's head on up to Northern Cal. Ed, KBC. Great to talk to you on the net. I took over for Orion for a few minutes on Saturday during the Ham Fest, so he could walk around and check out some items. But you had made a bid on the mystery box. Unfortunately, you didn't make the winning bid, but I think everybody was like, hey, that's pretty cool. Ed made a bid on the mystery box during the net. So there we go. You got the coolness prize, but you didn't win the mystery box.
Well, good morning, Brian and the net. Well, first of all, let's go back to this call out to Northern California. I guess I misunderstand what you're doing there in the morning. I thought you were putting a call out for RF, and then after that going back and doing a call out for. And I think my understanding is that the call out for RF would be anyone coming in on either a handheld or a stationary radio that's actually going out over the airwaves, and that me coming in over Echolink would fit into that second category. What am I missing?
Boy, you are eloquent in speech instead of a three-word question. No, I think you just needed more coffee before you hear that. No, I invited anybody in Northern California that's coming in on RF through a connected repeater or through any nodes, if you're in the Northern California region, to check in. A lot of people out there coming in RF direct or coming in through a clear node, but they're all in Northern California. And we're trying to just make sure that the Northern California people who this net was originally started for do feel loved and appreciated. And a lot of times, I say, man, the net is the net is getting so popular, we can't check in anymore. So I thought, okay, let's give them a first round.
Well, thank you for clarifying, and I do appreciate that. It can be a little bit of a challenge to come in, but over Echolink, there's some kind of delay, and it's not full duplex, so that it can be tricky. But anyway, yeah, I actually, we were talking last week about the awkward moment, International Awkward Moment Day or something like that, and after I initiated that bid, I thought, oops, I'm probably asking for a letter from the FCC. So I know, there's a little wiggle room for some whatever. But I afterwards I thought, oops, maybe that wasn't the best idea. So I wasn't feeling very, very cool. But I knew if I brought it up, you're probably gonna come right back at me with total you're making too much out of it or whatever. But anyway, thank you for that, Brian.
No, there's a distinction in our licensing that specifically allows for the sale of amateur radio-related equipment over the air, and so that's exactly what this was. So somebody could argue that there was a gray area there, but we have ham swap meets all the time, and So, yeah, I'm just going to say I don't think the FCC is going to be contacting you because you wanted to purchase something from the Hamfest, and we took your bid. So anybody who wants to talk about that, you're welcome to talk to me about the gray area on that one, but I think there's some pretty good precedent set for amateur swap meets on radio. So don't beat yourself up, Ed. By the way, you didn't win anyway. Darn.
Well, I was disappointed nobody contacted me for my counter bid. I would have gone right on up to, I don't know, like $10,000-$20,000, but I just wasn't given the opportunity. Anyway, that's my 2 minutes, and so back to you, Mr. Net Control, and carry on. KB6ED 73.
$10,000 or $20,000, I'll grab some of my shack equipment and put it in a box for you. Ed, you have a wonderful, and it was for a great cause. It was for the scholarship fund, and I don't know if you knew this, but this year we've given out 3 scholarships, $1,000 each, and 3 more scholarships will be put out in the upcoming months. So we're going to be doing $6,000 worth of scholarships to folks, to students who are involved in technologies programs, and then this silent auction on the mystery box was added another $400 into the scholarship fund. So, yeah, isn't it awesome that we're able to award this year over $6,000 of scholarships to students enrolled in technology programs? So, yeah, it's a great thing to be involved with. And Ed, I will put some items in a box and let you bid on it. KB6ED AI 6US 73. W6FTW. Good morning, Maurice. Sorry for the long wait, but good morning and welcome.
This is Maurice. That's a W6STW. And I've been procrastinating for over 45 years, and I finally got into the ham radio hobby. I've been buying stuff for the last few months. And as for my background, I have a background in electronics and Army field radios, Air Force radar, and medical equipment.
Okay, very good. Yeah, I'm just looking you up on QRZ right now, so yeah, looks like, let me just double check that. Yeah, W6 Whiskey 6 Sierra Tango Whiskey. Sorry about the error on your call there. And yeah, looks like you got licensed originally back in 2010. And let's see, General. So very good. So what kind of gear have you been collecting?
Over the last few months, I bought a Radio Oddity DB25 mobile. I'll be upgrading pretty soon to a 50-watter. And I also have a Yaesu FT-70D handheld, along with an Alinko DJ-X100 receiver, so I can monitor D-Star, DMR, and Fusion to see if I want to upgrade to a mobile digital later on.
Okay. You know, the FCC licensing system only goes back so far, so I see that a license was issued back in 2017 along with this vanity call. And what's the history on your vanity call? Any special meaning on that?
The vanity call sign was my father's original call sign.
That is very cool. And was he around to see you become an amateur radio operator and get his call sign?
Well, my father lived long enough until I got my novice license, but he wasn't around when I changed my call sign to his.
Well, that is great that you can go forward and have that call sign. I know a lot of people out there have been able to get their father's or grandfather's call sign. Well, very cool. Well, sounds like you're getting a good fold of radios there, and good to hear that you're putting them to use. Well, I think I heard you say you are snowbirding in Wilton for the summer?
Since I live full-time in my RV, I usually summer in Northern California, then winter down in Arizona.
Okay, yeah, I think I heard you talking with Gerry the other day about the court site. So very cool. And how many years have you been full-time RVer? And what is your amateur radio setup in the RV?
I decided to go full RV about 3 years ago, and I figure I'll do it as long as I'm healthy. And that's where my ham radio is set up. I got basically a 23 amp power supply for the Radio Oddity Mobile, and of course the other two handheld radios I have. But I will be upgrading later on to a 50 watt mobile.
All right. Any plans to add HF into that?
I have been thinking about HF, but I've been debating on what type of antenna I have since I'm always traveling in my RV.
Well, Gerry, who you just talked to last week about Quartzsite, he just sold his screwdriver antenna. He had a screwdriver antenna that he had on the consignment bench at the Hamfest, and saw that it sold for $300. One heck of a good deal. But yeah, I've seen so many RVers out there that go with a screwdriver antenna that either folds over or is on a push-up that's mounted to the ladder. So it can be quite creative, but keep it easy to put up when you roll into a new location.
Well, I've been looking at the Yaesu automatic antenna since I'm so lazy, so I might go with the Yaesu HF in the future.
Yep, know a lot of people that have that ATAS, and especially if you have a Yaesu radio, just integrates pretty seamlessly. Well, Maurice, welcome. You have a wonderful day. I believe it's the first time I chatted with you, but glad that you're dropping by our net, and hopefully you can connect up there with Carl. He just moved down to Wilton, I think, about 3 years ago. He used to live up here in Auburn area, Loomis area, and he's been a member of our club for many, many years, and he's also involved with Aries, and just a real heck of a nice guy. So hopefully you guys your paths can cross.
This is Maurice. One more thing. I was thinking about going to the Hamfest this weekend, but sleeping was more important. So back to net control, W6STW.
It's funny. I woke up at about 3:30 a.m. getting ready to head off to the Hamfest to help set up, and I kind of had the same thought in mind, Maurice. Sleep sounded a lot more important at that time. But I had responsibilities. You have a great Monday there, Maurice. Thanks for checking in. That's Whiskey 6 Sierra Tango Whiskey down in Wilton, California for the summer. Good morning. Coffee Break Net on the W6EK Repeater. Let's go ahead and start taking regular check-ins now. If you are short on time, let me know that you want to be in and out. I will put you at the top of the list. Happy Monday, everybody. Who's out there? I'm Brian, AI6US. This is the Coffee Break Net.
N2 DYI. N9MEF.
KN6 SOLID in and out.
Kilo 656.
Kilo Mike Romeo, in and out, over.
WB6UBK from log only.
In and out. Good morning.
Alpha Kilo 6, Sierra Queen, pedestrian mobile, quick in and out, please.
And Brian, did you say these were quick? Were these in and outs, or was this rag to WB6BJN?
All the above, and I got you on. Can I put you at the end of the list?
Yes, sir. You may put me at the end of the list. I didn't hear, so that's why I was checking. So put me at the end of the list.
All right. Very good. So this is who I've heard so far, WB6BJN. And let's see, I got AK6SQ. Good morning, Jeff, for in and out. We'll put you near the top there. KB6LUV. Good morning, Brett. And good morning to Robert, KO6KMR. Good morning to KO6IHJ. That'd be Larry. And let's see, I heard a station, I believe you're coming out of the Orland W6GRC repeater. You got doubled on there. Kilo Mike 6 Sierra. Full call, please.
Yeah, Kilo November 6, Sierra Lima November. First name is John on this end, and be in and out. Listen out.
All right, Sean. KN6SLN, I believe. We'll put you at the top of the in and outs. And good morning to Daniel, N9MUF. And good morning to Patrick, into DYI. And let's see, I might have heard a UBK. I might have heard you there, John, but might not have heard you if you said for the log, because that's about 2 hours away. UBK, was that you, John?
Yeah, that was me. Maybe I'll see you in 2 hours. I'm about destinated. But, so I couldn't make it to the Ham Fest. But other responsibilities. It wasn't sleeping, unfortunately. Anyway, 73. Maybe talk to you in 2 hours. It's WB6UBK.
Sorry, John, we only do for the log after 10 o'clock, but I got you down for in and out there. And yeah, sorry that we didn't see you at the Ham Fest, but I got you in the log this morning. WB6UBK, excuse me. Good morning, John. You have a wonderful day ahead. And let's see, let's visit with our other two in and outs, KN6SLN. Good morning, and it got you down for in and out. What do you have for the net this morning? Happy Monday.
W6JCZ, quick in and out. You missed me on the last round of check-in. W6JCZ.
Hey, Sean, are you still out there? KN6SLN? Well, I guess Sean is truly a in and out, but we got him in the log there. All right, and WB6JCZ, Jim, I have you, I'll get you in just a moment. AK6SQ, good morning, Jeff.
Good morning, Brian. Good morning to the net. This is Jeff, AK6SQ, on a bike ride with the little kiddo. And he's doing a nice little bike ride out here on the, I can't remember the name of this trail. The trail that goes by Bright Creek in California. I'll go back to one time and probably turn out here.
Well, Jeff, if you're going to do a bike ride and check in with an HT, we're going to have you maybe stop. Yeah, we got maybe about 10% of that, but we got you on a bike ride. Got you in the log there, Jeff. AK6SQ, happy Monday to you. Thanks for checking in.
Thank you very much. I did stop, but I probably am in a bad spot. Anyway, 7-3, y'all have a good rest of your day. This is AK6SQ, clear and monitoring.
There we go. You turned your head the right way coming in there. Well, very good. I think I saw you and waved at you and the family at the Hamfest, but we didn't have a chance to talk.
Well, now that you can hear, we can have a very brief hello. My daughter would like to say hello to the net.
Hello. Hi. Have a good day. Bye.
And back to you.
All right. You guys have a great bike ride, and yeah, thanks for coming out to the Hamfest. And good morning. You guys have fun out there on the bike ride. AK6SQ and Company 7-3. Good morning, Jim. WB6JCZ.
Good morning, Brian. Good morning, Coffee Break Net, W6EK here. Wonderful Hamfest. Was a last-minute decision on Friday before leaving for work as to whether or not I should bring my checkbook, and I did, and I spent some money.
Well, we weren't going to let people leave just because they didn't have cash in their pocket. You probably noticed we were accepting debit and credit cards as well. What did you buy?
I got myself a LDG AT1000 auto tuner, got myself a Yaesu M1 microphone, and a Nano VNA. A total of just over $500 for everything.
Well, that ADG 1000 is all of 500. So sounds like a good deal. Yeah, I did not even see that LDG laying there. Good eye.
Well, the guy didn't even get it on his table. He was pulling it out of his car. I just happened to walk by, and I was like, how much you want for that tuner? He said $200, and there went the check.
Oh, heck yeah. That's quite the deal for... And I love LDGs just because I have one myself, and they just are, you know, with the latching, they just tune up so quickly. They're accurate, good metering, very good buys there.
See, I have a MAT 1000 Pro 2 tuner, which works great. It's got a nice high-resolution LCD. The only issue is it does not have a fully automatic mode. So it's an auto-tuner, but I have to hit the tune button and then key up. It won't automatically tune if SWR is over a certain threshold, and that's kind of what drew me to the LDG. So that's going to make digital operation a lot more seamless. You know, just key up on FT8 after I QSY, it automatically recalls the settings.
Yep. No, I have the Pro 2 and love it, you know, with the built-in battery pack, and it's seamless whenever I've needed it. Well, very good. Good to see you there on Saturday there, Jim, and yeah, just a great social time as well. A lot of the biggest Hamfest seller-wise and buyers. It was packed, but great to see you there.
Yeah, and working the test bench, that's one of the most rewarding parts of the Hamfest, because you see people coming up with their either trash or treasure, and the look on their eyes when they light up, and you confirm that it is indeed treasure and not trash. That's a special moment right there. So if you guys haven't volunteered at the test table, maybe consider that next year. It's one of the best things you can do, and you learn and you teach by doing it. So that was awesome. And it's just also a great social hub. Everyone bringing their stuff up there, and then it works, and you ask them how much did you pay for it. They say some ridiculously low value like they stole it. W6J, he's on.
Yeah, a couple people, I think, after they bought something, they just made a quick dash for the exit because they felt they stole it. But no, the social area right there behind the test area seemed to be a very popular hangout area, a nice addition, and so many awesome prizes. Well, you have a great day there, Jim. Thanks for volunteering, and it sounds like you got some great deals to boot. W6JCZ AI6US 73.
73 all, W6JCZ. Great week ahead.
Hey, good morning, Larry. Yeah, I know you have a bunch of stuff stacked up around you that you're going to be working on that you procured at the Ham Fest. Sorry you weren't able to make it. I thought it was a day early for you being down on your medication there, but I'm sorry to hear that you weren't up for the trip. Good morning.
Good morning, Brian. Good morning, Coffee Break Net, KO6IHA. I didn't miss the Hamfest that came to my shack. And I'm looking at a stack of radios, stack of amplifiers. Oh, there's some more stack of radios. And I'm looking at a happy man with a big smile on his face staring at his new Collins gear. Cheesecake gear. Cheesecake. It's got the green screen on it. It's got the keyer. It's got a scope. Got the mic. What is Don's call sign? What is Don's call sign, by the way?
Don 1, Don 2, Don 3, Don 4.
Don from whom we bought the Keith kits.
I don't know. You think I was? I don't know. There were about 70, 80 sellers there, and probably quarter of them had the name Don. I have no clue.
Comment. Well, I didn't want to make the announcement, but if he's out there, he'll hear that and go, oh, okay, I'll get back to him. Other than that, we're just going to play radio today. I got a little Kenwood here. They're going to fix a switch in. He's going to play Keith Kit, plug him up, see what lights up or smokes, one of the two. And then we'll go to the amps. Other than that, we got a hammy day in the shack. Hope everybody's having a great day out there. It's going to start getting cool. They say rain this week, so hey, wrap it up, cover it up, zip it up, roll it up. Let's keep dry. Other than that, Brian, you just have a great day. Everybody, blessed day. KO6IHJ, back to you. Get somebody else in here.
I'm in. All right, maybe somebody out there can identify the mystery ham radio operator with the name Don who owned some Heath Kit gear. Sorry, Larry, I have no clue. Go ahead.
Yeah, it was Don Hay that was selling the Heath kits, KC6 SLE.
Oh, that Don. I've never met more Dons, Bobs in my life until I joined the amateur radio group here. You have a great day there, Larry, and have fun playing with radios. Hey, Patrick, into DYI. What do you have for the net this morning?
Hey, Brian, good morning. My name is not Don, Bob, Jim, Steve, or John, but I sure know a lot of all of those thanks to amateur radio.
Good to hear you, Patrick Don. Well, I hope you're having a wonderful day. What's going on with you for this Monday morning?
Well, we were going to go to a place and look at mattresses. Mom needs a new mattress for her bed, but she decided she doesn't want to bother with that today. That'll probably happen tomorrow. She needs somebody to help her move it, get it into the place, and doesn't want to pay delivery, so I kind of got volunteered for that, but that's not going to be happening today.
I don't know. You can look at it another way. If she's getting rid of the mattress, most of the times the delivery people will take the old mattress away at no charge. But if you try getting rid of that old mattress without them being picked up like that, I think she's going to pay the delivery fee just to get rid of it.
Yeah, apparently they still, at least this place, charge regardless of if you're paying the delivery fee or taking the old one out, so that's kind of a bummer.
Oh, that's unusual. Maybe, I don't know, maybe it's a ma and pa place, but yeah, typically if you buy a mattress, well, the prices that you pay for a mattress, yeah, I thought that cryptocurrency was a ripoff.
Yeah, no kidding. And the thing about mattresses is they still have some value after a couple of months.
Oh, yes, indeed. Well, good morning to you. Before we move on, I'm just going to ask a quick question. I'm not sure, are you the net control operator tonight for the All Nodes Net?
No, I am not. The other net control operator is the net control operator. Tom is doing it tonight.
Boy, I can never keep that straight about that. Well, very good. We'll look forward to Tom running the net, and I'm sure you'll be hanging in the wings there. You're always so helpful. Well, okay, no mattress for Mom, but what does today hold for you?
Oh, probably not a lot. I was just kind of dinking around with music stuff while I can. Wasn't planning on doing that. I was kind of planning on doing other stuff, but that's been postponed, so whatever. Not really trying too hard to do any particular thing. One comment I had actually a while back, you were talking about the fact that here, at least in the United States, and I don't know if this applies to the U.S. or to IARU Region 1, or I'm sorry, IARU Region 2, which we are a part, but apparently in Europe, if you talk about selling amateur radio gear, even if it's amateur radio gear, they look at you funny. I guess that's just not a thing they do over there against their licenses. I found this out a few months ago on my system. We have a swap shop net every month or so, and I got inquiries from people from Europe. Wait, is that a thing that people can do in the United States? We can't do that here.
Huh. Yeah, I know that different, and probably just seeing, might even be from country to country whether they allow it or not. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe a bidding on a mystery box of amateur radio gear to go to a scholarship might be considered gray area for some people, but I don't know. I think precedent's kind of set there. If you and I can talk about, hey, I have a Yaesu sitting here that if you want to pick it up today, it's yours for $500. That's if you're not making a business out of it, I guess that's the only requirement as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, I mean, I don't see the problem with that at all, but I just found it kind of interesting. I think this person was in Germany. I don't know what other countries do, and I guess in Germany you just can't talk about stuff like that. Don't even think about selling amateur radio gear or talk about selling amateur radio gear, at least when there are prices attached to them. I guess just they take that a little more in the strictest terms, I suppose.
Comment? Well, it is a point of confusion for a lot of people, because, anything that is peculiarly gain for an individual, some people like Larry and Tom there, with their collection, one must almost argue that they're going to be running a sales business soon if they ever sell the stuff. It is a point of confusion, though, for many new hams as to what items can be talked about for sale and what can't. But yeah, well, if you want a mystery box of stuff out of my shack, I'll put it together for you or anybody else.
Yeah, I think there was a comment in there, but hey, I might take you up on that one of these days. Throw some more money at some money at the club. I've never actually thrown money at the club before. Help out when I can, but yeah, never actually done that. But anyway, yeah, that's about all I have. We're going to be in the lower 70s today. It's going to be a little warmer tomorrow, a little warmer on Wednesday than that. I think we're going to get around 80 or so. Then it's going to kind of cool back down and then get rainy by the weekend. It looks like Saturday and Sunday are going to be nice and soggy. So I hope nobody has too many plans around here that involve standing out and staring at the sunrise on Sunday. That might not work out.
Alrighty, I see Tony was trying to get in here. SM6XGP. Go ahead, Tony.
Yeah, good morning, everyone. SM6XGP here. Now I'm back in the correct time zone. We have changed times over here last Saturday, so now I'm in sync with the Coffee Break Net again. Over here we can do some exchange over the radio, but you cannot make the deal over the radio. You have to do that by phone or in person, but you can tell, for example, on our local net we have here, you can tell that you have your Yacer radio for sale and your price ID for it, and everyone is interested can contact you and make the deal. So we can do that over here. And when I have the PTT pressed, I will say thank you to Patrick for pointing me out to the archiving function of the AllStar node, ASL free. That worked perfect for recording nets. And I have managed to find out how to make a complete MP3 file of them with FFmpeg, and that works perfect for me. So thank you, Patrick, for pointing the direction. So back to you, Brian, AI6US, SM6XGP.
All righty. Good to hear that information about how things are handled in your country, and very good. All right. Also, we may have had a comment from Don, W6LPJ, who has to text me to let me know he would like to check in with a comment. Let's see if Don can key up. WB6LPJ. Go ahead, Don.
Yeah, hopefully I can key up. Yeah, there just wasn't enough time. Even the timer wasn't resetting me in conversation. But I understood that somebody was potentially looking for me. I just thought I'd jump on real quick and see if the person may still be around. WB6LPJ.
Yeah, that was Larry, KO6IHJ, was looking, made a comment about you earlier. Yeah, I think you might have some settings wrong in your clear node, or maybe your radio is set not to be able to key up. So I would check your settings, because you aren't even keying up on Supermon, and you should be able to. Larry, KO6IHJ, are you still there? Did you want to chat with, did you want to go direct with Dawn for something?
Hi, Brian. This is Tom, KB6SSN. It was actually me that was curious. And hi, Don. Yeah, I bought your Heathkit radios yesterday, Saturday through Dan, and I just wanted to know who to give credit or blame for on them when we evaluate them here. So anyway, no, I just wanted to give you credit for a great build on these things. We just went through them, and they're put together quite well. On that, but yes, the absolute pristine radios. They were absolutely gorgeous. Well, enjoy. Thanks, Brian. WB6LPJ.
Yeah, no, maybe there's some problems with your connection, Don, because we just got just a few words at the end there.
No, I heard it all.
Well, I'm glad somebody heard it all, but we didn't hear you on RF, so that means that Tom didn't hear you either. So go ahead again, Don.
Yeah, interesting. Hey, I'll let you go. I just wanted to tell Tom that I can't take credit for the build. WB6LPJ.
Oh, there we go. The rest of the...
Thank you, Don, and back to net. Thank you, Brian. KB6.
There was some some pretty severe packet loss that may have affected your way, but yeah, your node wasn't even showing up on Supermon, so I had no idea you were trying to get in. So, good morning, Don, and thanks for helping out at the Hamfest. What a great turnout. Got you in the log there, Don. Have a great day. Back over to you there, Patrick, into DYI. See what you started?
Yeah, who knew? Just one very quick tip for those who do have All-Star nodes and you have timers that are not resetting. Check your duplex setting. If you set your duplex to 0, then every time the key drops, the radio will stop transmitting and the timer will get reset, so there's no hang time. Lot of people on this net in particular run into that. So yeah, duplex 0, and there is also a timer that you can set for both RX and TX.
Hey, thanks for that information, because yeah, the way I run the net, there is always a break after the key after the drop there. So just kind of a rarity if that doesn't happen. So if the nodes are not resetting, yeah, the good point there. Set your duplex to 0, and that will definitely, especially if people are having packet drops, you get a lot of good quick resets. Yeah. Anything else for the net this morning, Patrick?
I don't really have anything else. I will let you get on with the rest of the net, and I will say 7-3 for now. I'll be around for the All Nodes net, even though I'm not running it tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific. Tom will be running it, and I pretty much always get involved somehow. Whether I want to or not, I always end up getting called. So I'll be around. 7-3 Brian, AI6US into DYI.
You know, I'm just going to mention, Patrick, schedule your airline tickets now. On May 9th, we're having donuts and coffee in the park. All of the net control operators from the Coffee Break Net are going to be acting as servers. So if you want to meet some of these net control operators one-on-one, and so anyway, mark your calendar, buy your ticket early, and come on out for the May 9th donuts and coffee in the park, 9 a.m. at the Recreation Park in Auburn, California. So maybe we'll see you there, Patrick.
Hey, Brian, I'll work on that, and I'll let you know. 7-3 into DYI.
Hey, you never know. I know you've been planning a trip out here for some time. Yeah, clearing with N2 DYI. Good morning, Daniel, N9 MUF.
Good morning, Brian and the net. It's definitely Monday here. Was just doing some final touch-ups, update on the POTA computer, and went to reboot it, and it said, I don't want to reboot.
So, you took your boot and did what?
Oh, it's defaulting to an EFI boot system, and I've got the legacy BIOS set up on it, and so I had to find my bag of USB sticks with different live CDs on them, boot into one, Chirrut, the whole Chirrut system, and reinstall it and tell it, no, do what I tell you to do, not what you think I told you to do. And it worked, but I'm just glad I tested the reboot before I took it out on the POTA today. Not that we plan on using the POTA or the computer, but I always like having it as if we decide we want to do this over CW, we can at least fall back on it.
Okay, well, very good. Glad you have a backup that you can, of course, I know the way that you keep your network. I didn't expect anything less than one or two ways to boot up. Isn't that frustrating? And it's always when you have just a minimal amount of time to get something up and going, or I'm about to hit the road, and yeah.
That's why I've always got one computer that I will reboot throughout the network on a grub update just in case there's issues with it. And unfortunately, that computer is the Boda computer. But at the same time, now that I know the tweaks that I need to do, when I do the install and upgrade on every other system, I'm not going to trip over it.
Yeah, well, very good. Glad to hear that it's not going to jeopardize your event in the park. So, yeah, the band conditions, as bad as people thought they were on Friday, Zero UTC rolled around, and I had never seen so much activity all through the night on 20 meters out of well, pretty much worldwide, but down in Central and Western Europe, just incredible propagation. Somebody paid the propagation bills for the CQ Worldwide sideband contest. It was quite the weekend.
It definitely sounded like that from everything I heard that was going on. It sounded great. Had my hands full on Saturday and Sunday, of course, with music, and then yesterday afternoon made a point after 3 o'clock of doing absolutely nothing. My wife and I just relaxed and watched some episodes from the original series.
And are you the type of person that just sits there totally absorbed in something you've seen before, or are you a spoiler to sit with?
I won't do that to other people. It's been a long time since I've seen the original series, and I don't think I've actually seen them all. I would have had to have had streaming. Wasn't on broadcast anywhere when I had the time. So some of these are actually the first time I've seen them.
Okay. I used to be a terrible person to watch movies or TV with because I don't watch the center of the screen. And maybe it's just because of what I used to do for a living as a camera op dude. And so I'm always looking at the frame edge. And it's interesting what most people watch in the center, the action, and I'm always looking at the frame edge, looking for reflections of lights, boom dips, maybe a crew person standing on the edge. So I'd be that guy. Hey, Dan, look, did you see the boom dip?
Oh, I get it. I'm the same way at concert or listening to an audio mix and just going, oh, no. They made these mistakes here, and here. I do want to go back to something you said. What do you mean that you used to be a terrible person?
Okay, skipping over that. Hey, Steve, N5TIN. You had a comment?
I'm with you on the movies thing, Brian. I spent most of my time in the profession as an editor. So it's hard to watch a movie now. That's all I'll say. N5TIN.
Yeah, sometimes what we did professionally or to get through college comes back to haunt us. Okay, I forgot what you said, Daniel. If you want to repeat it, go ahead and try, but this may be the end of your check-in. Daniel, go ahead. N9MUF AI6US.
Continue at my own risk? Oh, I understand. No, should be a good day for a quota. The weather is absolutely awesome. I'm going to do a little bit, instead of taking a full day off, I'll do a little bit of job
We had a packet loss just when you said right after the POTA. What are you going to do?
And we'll probably actually activate a new-to-us park. I've ridden by the park multiple times on the motorcycle, but just never took the left to go check out the park, and I did some research on it yesterday, and it looks like it'll be a wonderful park for an activation.
So I've started reading that just people who do a lot of POTA activations. I was reading something on QRZ, not the best place to get a good pulse on what is real in the amateur radio community, but definitely the vocal few. But some of the people posting POTA comments on there had just mentioned that overall the park staff are very welcoming and very, rare is the time people are mentioning that they ever run into any of the park staff that aren't aware of parks on the air, and usually a very positive interaction. So that's very cool to hear.
That's been my understanding as well. I always encourage people, though, if you're doing operation, whether it's mobile or setting up in a park, we all know that the license line in the database in Washington, D.C., but I carry that paper copy around just in case I come across a ranger or a police person that decides they want to ask for the radio license to prove that I've actually permission to do what I'm doing.
Comrade, show me your papers. Well, we were out doing a fox hunt, and one of the, it's not a bad idea to carry some of the club brochures. We have a nice glossy trifold that we hand out, and some business cards. Great opportunity because, people are very kind of heightened awareness of what are you doing here with this snooping gear, pointing antennas at everything, pointing it towards my house. And, it's a great opportunity to come across it in a very positive manner, but heightened awareness of anything that might be perceived as eavesdropping.
Oh, absolutely agreed. And that's also, I've got the radiograms that I've talked about in the past, but I'm going to throw some QSL cards in there as well. Just because there's both that level of credibility, but also let's give them a memento to take home.
I've done the same thing, especially if, parents come over and their kid shows an interest in the radio. I've done past third-party traffic a couple of times, and, that's something that the kid will remember. And I've carried a couple QSL cards in my PC bag, and we'll hand it, or laptop bag, and handed them. And yeah, that's at least it looked like a keepsake when they were leaving the park.
Something you can do to make the positive memory linger. And I don't remember if I thanked him, but thanks to KB6LUV again for looking for the Morse code equipment for me. He wasn't able to find it, but I felt like I was there in spirit, if not in pocketbook.
By the way, people are kind of asking what the contents of the mystery box were, and I'm going to go through that in just a few minutes. But one of the items, and you might go, oh, darn, one of the items that was in the mystery box was the iambic paddle by Kent. And beautiful brass iambic paddle.
Yeah, that is definitely a bit of an ouch.
Yeah, having that in the box along with some of the other things that they got, I think it was a pretty good deal for somebody. But yeah, I looked at that and went, wow. If I had known that was in the mystery box, I probably would have outbid Adam. It was a beautiful paddle.
I'm a huge fan of American Morse, and I'm hoping that he gets back, he takes a break from his siesta and gets back to making them, because there's 3 or 4 more paddles and keys I'd like to get my hands on. And my wife is very supportive of it. She's just been very encouraging of the CW, very, very supportive of it. And it's good to have that. Well, I know you've got a bit of a list, so I should say 7-3 to you. I'll try to check in when we do the POTA. I'm not sure if it's a CW, we just kind of tend to jump into it, but if we wind up doing FT4, that it's a little easier to check in during the POTA as opposed to before. So 7-3 to you in the net, Brian, and 9MUF.
All right, well, you and your son, you have a great POTA activation today. And, if you get a chance, drop in and let us know what band you're going to be hanging out on. And I know we always appreciate getting in our logs. Happy Monday to you there. Doing a day, doing a POTA. How can you have anything but a wonderful Monday? Clearing with Daniel, N9MUF, KO6KMR. Good morning, Robert. Hopefully you enjoyed the Ham Fest. Uh-oh, maybe we timed out Robert. KO6KMR, are you there? AB6LUV. Good morning, Brett. Great to see you and Dee Dee at the Ham Fest. I ran into you near the donut table. Imagine that.
AI6US KB6IUV. Yep, right here. Good morning, Brian and Coffee Break Net land. Yes, we were definitely at Hamfest. It was a wonderful event. As Daniel mentioned in 9MUF, I did not find the Morse paddles that he was looking for, and ouch, that iambic paddle in the box. I was looking for an iambic paddle, but the box was still out of my price range, so would have been nice, but that's just too much. So I'm going to say good morning to my mom, Bonnie, in Newton, Kansas, and I want to say happy belated to her. Yesterday was her birthday. She is 43 years old times 2. Hi.
All right, I know Bonnie cannot reply back to us, but let's go ahead, guys, and let's all grab our microphone. Everyone, grab your microphone. This is our opportunity to do a big broadcast. Yeah, anybody keeping track for the PC? This is a broadcast of a happy birthday to Bonnie, who we all met last month out here at a fox hunt. Join me in wishing happy birthday, Bonnie, back in Kansas. Happy belated birthday, Bonnie, AI6US. Anybody else?
Happy birthday, Bonnie.
Happy birthday, Bonnie.
Happy birthday, KO6EK.
Happy birthday, Bonnie.
K6DCL.
Happy birthday, Bonnie. Happy birthday, Bonnie.
There you go, Brett. So please pass it on to Bonnie if she didn't hear it. That happy birthday from all of us. I know she listens every day. So that's what happens. And this is what would have happened to Greg, KO6TH, had this actually been his birthday and not boat day. Maybe, hey, that would be kind of fun. Everybody join me and wish a happy boat day to KO6TH. Happy boat day, Greg, AI6US.
Thank you, Brian. KO6TH.
Happy boat day.
Yeah.
Happy boat day,
Hey,
KB1TZ.
thanks for joining me and making a little fun of my mistake earlier with Greg there. All right. Hey, Brett, you have a wonderful Monday ahead. And, had you known that half of the value of that mystery box was just that one key alone, it might have been that swaying factor for you. But it was great to see you guys, and what a beautiful day. In the
anything else for the net this morning, Brett?
Well, I went to a radio swap meet and I left with a 3D printer. Ugh, go figure. And oh boy, those things are deep. The learning curve on this printer is anyway. We'll keep this short. Thanks very much for the birthday wishes for my mom. It's going to warm her heart. It definitely warmed mine. So thank you guys for all the love. Deeply appreciated. Everybody out there in Coffee Break Net land, have an incredible day. Be blessed. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. KB6LUV. View of Love. 73. Clear and listening.
All right. And I think I heard that you got another Bamboo Labs printer. I think it was from W6EK's table.
It's actually, goodness gracious, creality, Ender 3D printer.
Ah, very cool. Very good. Still a good printer there. Well, enjoy, and yes, now we'll just see you completely decked out with all sorts of 3D bling. KB6LUV, you have a wonderful Monday, 7-3s. And good morning, Mark, WB6BJN. What do you have for the net this morning? I bet you it's weather-related.
Well, a lot of it is, and good morning, Brian. And yeah, there's some weather, and looks like we could get some much-needed rain here this week, and without severe weather. There's very, very low chances of severe weather. There is good chances of thunderstorms, but we'll talk about that. And California is going to get some rain starting probably tomorrow, especially in the north, and then gradually moving southward. But, hey, Brian, before I get into the weather, though, I guess you guys had a really good ham fest on Saturday. That was, sounds like, well, and again, it didn't rain on Ham Fest Day, so I guess it has never rained on Ham Fest Day there in Loomis. I can remember when that started for the first time, and when I was there in California there. Go ahead.
Yep, 10 years. 10 years. 10th anniversary, I should say. So I think it was actually the 11th year, maybe even. But yes, started back in I think I had heard that it was 2015 that it started. So even before the time I started the club, started at the club. But yeah, it was a wonderful turnout. You would have seen so many people that you knew there. There were people coming in from the Bay, from Idaho, from Nevada. People drove down from Oregon. It was just a wonderful turnout. But thank you. Your name was mentioned if your ears were burning. Somebody said, we need to thank Mark for sending the beautiful, awesome weather.
Good morning. The time is 9 a.m.
Okay, I had to wait for my node to do its thing. Okay, well, very good. That's cool. Yes, it was a nice weekend, and that's excellent. Yeah, it's going to start raining though tomorrow, and then I think by the weekend after Thursday, then it's going to be nice for Easter holiday weekend. For anybody that celebrates, does if you have Good Friday services, it's going to be nice for that, a beautiful day. And then Saturday, and then of course Easter Sunday, it looks like the weather is going to be awesome. It's going to be in the 80s on Saturday and Sunday. So we'll start with what's going to happen after today. Now, today is going to be warm. It's going to be above normal again, 81 80 to 85. A little bit cooler than yesterday. I think Modesto, Randy read his Tempest weather station. He said it was 88 there yesterday. So the rest of that high pressure area is flattening and breaking down and moving to the east, and is going to move into parts of the southeastern United States, and then also to the eastern seaboard. The high that brought you all of this warm weather, almost like August weather, is going to move east. That opens up California to a system that's going to come in starting tomorrow, Wednesday, and into Thursday. Now, there isn't going to be a whole lot of real heavy rain. There could be a little snow in the higher elevations of the Sierras. Late tomorrow, Wednesday, and into Thursday. Thursday probably be about the coolest day, and the best chance for any thunderstorms, if they occur, would be on Thursday with the colder, unstable air.
So injured her leg about
on here, so there we go.
Surgery, trying to keep
so
her
it looks like the nice weather will return over the weekend for California.
Yeah, let me drop a note
so then that pretty much lasts through the rest of this week, maybe 3 to 6 inches of snow in the Sierras, and then maybe the clear skies return on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and that's for basically most all of California. Southern California will get the least amount of rain. If you happen to be traveling down there for this week, some people do travel, and for Northern California, parts of the valley may get a quarter to a half inch of rain. So it's not a big deal. Maybe 3-4 inches of snow in the high elevations of the Sierras. Might want to check road and weather conditions before heading up there. So it's more like a normal early season storm. Haven't heard anything about any frost or freeze, so there isn't a whole lot of really cold air back behind it. In fact, if anything, there's much warmer air back behind it. So that's the situation for California. Turn it back to you for any comments, and then we'll talk about how this is all going to affect it back here, there, guys.
Well, yeah, I had seen that we're having a change of weather. In fact, I'm starting to see high clouds starting to move in here, and I guess it will. We will have a chance of a little bit of overcast. But what that tells me is I better take advantage of this and get my garden stuff planted by midweek here.
Yeah, you might want to do that today. That might be a list of something to do today because it could be raining by tomorrow. So unless you want to do that in the rain, you might be getting rain tomorrow. But especially Wednesday, late tomorrow and Wednesday, I think, are going to be the wettest days, and then things clear up for the weekend. Now, how does that affect us? Well, everybody comes under westerly and eventually southwesterly flow. So that high, as I aforementioned, moves off of the east, or off to the east coast. And so that opens the door then. The winds have gone from kind of northwesterly here in the upper levels and over much of the Midwest and the southern United States, and to what we call zonal or westerly flow. So what that will do today and for some areas tomorrow is warm it up. In fact, let's see what it says here. Okay, well, let me get out of that. Okay. 30.25.2 on the barometer and rising, and already the temperature is 67.6 degrees, expected to be 70 degrees from being there. And tomorrow will be in the 80s, and lows tonight will only drop into the 60s. So the lows tonight are going to be at or above our daytime highs. So we're going to get warm air, and then the winds turn more southwesterly. Let me take a break. Oh, good. My weather thing is up, but it said weather data unavailable. So the airport must be missing data, and so I lucked out. It said weather data unavailable. So that wind is going to turn more southwesterly, and because low pressure in the Gulf, storms coming in from California and the Pacific Northwest, and warm, moist air circulating from around the Bermuda High and out of the Gulf, that's going to connect up with those systems. And by the time those waves of energy get back here and those cold fronts get back here, they're going to stall. And do kind of what they do in the summer. They try to move southward and out of the area, but what they do, they stall, and then another wave comes through and it pulls them back to the north over the area, so that continues to make rain happen and warm temperatures happen. And so we're looking at showers, thunderstorms, but at this point it does not look like a whole lot of severe weather, except for maybe in Michigan, and there could be some severe weather maybe in Illinois eventually. But for down here in Tennessee and the South, there's no really big severe weather, but there'll be a lot of garden variety thunderstorms, and we could pick up 2 to 3 inches of rain, which isn't bad for here because we are way behind. So any rain that we can get here, we could certainly use. We've only had about 2.5, 3 inches of rain so far since January, and we should have close to 10 inches by now, but we don't. So we're running behind. We could catch it up, no problem, but we're going to have to get some good rain. Back to you there, Brian, WB6BJ.
All right. Well, thank you there, Mark. I know. We change net control operators more than most people change underwear. All right. Well, thank you for the heads up on the weather conditions. And sounds like it is weather to be aware of, but not to be concerned of. So that's good to hear. Well, good morning to you. And to Sarah, I hope you got some good time on your new radio there. And I know this past weekend was the CQ Worldwide Sideband Contest, and I have never seen the band so active. I think this is probably the most activity that I have seen on 20 meters overnight in this whole solar cycle. It was an incredible weekend for somebody paid the propagation bills. So maybe one quick comment on if you did any of the contests this weekend, but you have a great day ahead.
I'm not a real contester, but I will pass out, and I did pass out some reports Friday evening and a few over the weekend. I spent a lot of my time up on 1217. So I did get to. I'm having problem downloading a program. It's a Windows. Let's see what is it called? It's for the. Yeah, it's for this. But what is it? CPX file for to be able to put memories into your radio using your computer, and I'm having trouble downloading that file, getting it to install. So I'm working on that. It's going to help out. It's also going to help me out doing FT8. I might give FT8 a try, and also it'll help me put memories without having to do it manually at the radio. So when I get some other programs loaded, so I've been working on that, and because I don't click with a mouse, I've got to use the keyboard to figure out how to right and left click, and I think that's part of my problem. So kind of exasperating, but we'll get it. So that was part of my problem over the weekend, and part of what I was trying to do over the weekend as well. CPS2, it's a driver. It's a driver program that's going to help with working with the radio a little bit. Back over there to you, Brian, and I'll let you get on with the rest of the net. W6EK.
All right. Well, I know there's some operators out there that could probably help you. So anybody out there, sounds like maybe Mark could use a little help figuring out the software and getting everything working correctly on that new SG radio. Very good. You have a wonderful day clearing with WB6BJN. I'm Brian, A6US, and this is the Coffee Break Net on the W6EK Repeater. Let's go ahead and take a round of quick in and outs as you get your day underway. Welcome to the Coffee Break Net.
K6DCL, good morning.
Sierra, KB1PZS.
Kilo Oscar 6, Kilo Bravo Hotel.
Kilo November 6, November Uniform, Foxtrot.
Kilo Bravo 1, Papa Zulu Sierra, KB1PZS, Bob in Connecticut.
Bob, how many times do you want to be on the list? KN6NUF, good morning there, Joshua. KO6KBH, good morning. KB1PZS, Bob, down for one check-in only. K6DCL, good morning, Dave. Who did I miss?
SM66 Kilo Quebec 4 Alpha Papa Delta.
Kilo Alpha 1 Juliet X-Ray Yankee, KA1 JXY, Joe in Massachusetts.
All right. Good morning there, Joe. KA1JXY. Good morning, KQ4A Alpha Papa Delta. And good morning to Tony, SM6XGP. Good afternoon, I should say. KN6NUF. Oh, I already got the earlier ones. Let's see. Let's go ahead and go with this list, and then we'll come back and pick up some more people here. Let's see. These are all quick in and out, so one flip of the soft egg timer. And good morning, Dave. K6DCL. How much are you going to pack into 2 minutes?
Hey, good morning, Brian. Good to hear you and the rest. I did listen in on Saturday, and it sounded like everybody was having a spectacular time at the Hamfest. Great job by all, and not much, too much going on today. I hope to get my, maybe tomorrow, my adapter to be able to use my ICOM 730 auto tuner, my Yaesu FT
DX10. Hopefully, and I just have a feeling I may have to call up the creator and Daniel and be able to get him to help me get it on the FT DX10. Anyway, that's it. That's what's happening today. Lucy's doing great. I'm doing really great, enjoying life and enjoying radio. 73 AI6 US K6 DCL. See you later.
All right, Dave. Well, good morning to Lucy. And I was not even aware of those adapter tools. Dan's Planet, I believe it is, and looks like a really neat device. And from what I understand, it's a pretty easy setup. It just takes the one protocol and the ICOM protocol and changes it over to the Yaesu protocol. So let's hope it is as easy as that. But you have a wonderful day. Thanks for checking in, Dave. K6DCL, AI6US 73. KB1, PZS. Good morning, Bob. It looks like from your Supermon posting, looks like you are coming out of Connecticut. Good morning.
Good morning. Yeah, sorry about the multiple check-ins there. I'm on an RF node that's a half duplex, and I know I let it drop before I keyed up. I saw the red transmit light come on while I was talking, so I thought maybe somebody stepped on me. That's why I checked in the second time. But yeah, not much going on here. I have some time off from work, and I just updated this node from ASL3 Bookworm to ASL3 Trixie. So got it all up and running back the way I had it with the latest ASL3 Debian version. And I actually tried to do an update without having to, reinstall ASL3 all over again, but it didn't work. There was a bunch of errors with ASL3, and I tried to do the editing the sources list, and didn't work. So I just reinstalled ASL3 with the latest version of Debian image, and it worked. So here I am. And I got the latest and greatest of ASL3. So hopefully it sounds okay. And back to net control, KB1PZS.
Yep, sounds fine. Sounds like you got your level set appropriate. Have a slight hum in the background. That might just be your power supply or a typical node issue with either the power supply or the proximity of the antenna, but very subdued. But yeah, I did the same thing. I had originally installed on a Dell 3040, and then I was just having nothing but problems. So then I reinstalled using the updated Trixie ASL3, and man, it's a completely different experience on the Dell 3040. So I'm going to go ahead and do the update on my Pi 4 as well that I'm running my regular node on. So yeah, good to hear that you were successful on that, and yeah, sounds really good. Well, welcome. Yeah, we're here every day of the week, 7:30 a.m. to 10 a.m. Pacific time. Want to drop on by any time, and of course this evening, I don't know if you know about the All Nodes Net every Monday evening here on 51018, and where they talk about all things node related, and that's been going on I think for about 3 years now. A lot of great information out there. That's 6 p.m. Pacific, that's 9 p.m. Eastern here on this node. Uh-oh. Did we lose you there? KB1 PZS AI6US. Maybe the computer ID or the Skywarn got you.
Yeah, no, you didn't lose me. I just assumed that you were going to move on the list. I didn't know you were going to send it back to me, but okay, yeah, very good. Yeah, I've been on that net a few times, and you know, I'm an early bird, and I'm here in Connecticut on the East Coast, so when that node is on, it's about 9 o'clock at night, and sometimes I don't make it to 9. My eyes close a little before then, so I missed the net a couple times, but whenever I'm up at that time, I try to make that net because I really enjoy that net. So thanks for telling me about it, but I've already been there. And like I said, sometimes I don't make it because my eyes don't don't stay open that late. But anyways, back to net control.
I know a couple years ago, the time up, we even used to be later, and then it was like, people on the East Coast are not, they're not awake by the time you're wrapping up this net. So, yeah, the trouble with living with a country with 3 time zones. I guess we could live in another country that has 6, right? But we might not be using open source free software like ASL3 over there. You have a great day, Tom. Bob, KB1PZS AI6US, and thanks for checking in this morning. Gave me a good chuckle there. Yes, our sleep habits do change. KB1PZS AI6US, you have a great Monday, 7-3. And let's check in now with Tim. Good morning, Tim, KO6KBH.
Hey, good morning, Brian in the net. Great to hear you this morning. I'm avoiding doing my real job, and I'm doing ham stuff instead. I'm updating some of my memories on my radios. You know, I like to keep my database nice and clean, so getting out with the old, in with the new. And yeah, it's a lot of fun running Chirp and the RT systems. I don't know if you can hear the sarcasm in my voice. These are not my favorite programs, but you know, I gotta keep my database clean. But other than that, I got some new toys at the Ham Fest. I got a power meter and antenna analyzer. I'm looking to put it into good use. Other than that, listening to the Coffee Break Net and seeing what everybody else is up to. So back to you.
No, I'm glad you found some good things to add to the Ham Shack there. Yeah, I'm just kind of surprised. You said you're updating your list, your repeater list on your rigs there. I thought once you owned a pair, you never let go of them. Only through death do you part, and then it's usually grabbed by another member of your club, whether you use them or not.
Well, funny you should say that, because I bought a used bow fang with a couple repeaters that I was not super familiar with. So, you know, there's a couple that I had programmed in that, you know, I don't really hear any traffic on them, so I'm, you know, cleaning those out. Don't worry, I'm not deleting these repeaters by any means. I've got a you know, storage solution, so. You know, as a video editor, I learned long ago we are non-destructive editors, Brian. I know you can relate to that. So, yeah, I'll be saving every repeater and tone and offset that I've ever come across. But I'm just adding a few new ones, if you get what I mean. Back to you.
Well, I must say I have bought a couple of radios that had repeaters in that I had no interest in listening to or would ever transmit on. So I do know that there are a couple out there. Well, yes, you know, editing sure has changed, hasn't it? it used to be that you would spend multiple hours layering something up, and then you could just destroy hours of work by one bad edit. And now with the ability just to integrate footage immediately without having to capture and just having terabytes of information available to pull from, and not having to do layering, editing, just a phenomenal age we live in, that is for sure. I probably could have cut many of my edit sessions in half at least. Well, Tim, enjoy your morning off and enjoy the new toys. By the way, what kind of antenna analyzer did you find?
I did find a nano VNA, so I'm looking forward to hooking that up to a dipole and an NFET that I've made and see how close I am to being resonant. I'm guessing I'm like a fart in the wind over here, just not really sure which direction I'm going.
Well, there's a lot of great YouTube. Boy, something just happened there. I'm not really sure what it is, but looks like we lost our RF system here. I just went over to AllStar. Let me just see if everything's back here. Yeah, not sure what happened there, but it looks like the voter system just went down. So it looks like I'm going to probably have to clear with you there, but great to have you check in this morning. And maybe we'll find out more about your nano VNA training. KO6KBH, I know you can hear me, but something has gone wonky with the voter, so I'm going to have to I'll throw it back to see if you're able to check back in there, Tim. KO6KBH, AI6US. Okay, yeah, it just looks like a mountaintop. Probably just took a dive there, so we'll see about getting that back online here. It looks like maybe somebody is working on it. I hope that's not the case. All right, well, if you can hear me there, I saw you coming in through another one of the voters, but the signal is extremely weak, so I'll go ahead and just wish you a wonderful day there, Tim, and we'll talk again soon. AI6US, Brian in Meadow Vista, and we'll call 73. Now let's see, KN6NUF, just see what repeater or what voter you're coming in on. Come on back, Joshua, with the short to reply. See if we can hear you right now.
How do I sound, Brian? Is it coming through clearly? KN6NUF.
You switched over to your phone or another device. Hey, good morning. I could tell you didn't rally the teenage troops to get up early for the seeing you.
Well, I did round the troops up early, but unfortunately we had to go over to baseball for pictures, and that took longer than we expected. And by the time we got done, it was lunchtime and had to feed them, and then we wanted to try to check out the Hamfest after that, and it was unfortunately already over. To Abraham's much dismay, he was quite upset about it, and I had to take them out for some ice cream to console him because he really wanted to get some donuts, apparently. So, Yeah, well, we were sad to miss it, but it sounds like everybody had a lot of fun. It sounds like the mystery box had some amazing stuff in it. I was sad that I didn't get a chance to get my name in on the drawing for the raffle prizes, but there's always next year. But we had a wonderful weekend, great baseball game on Saturday. The weather has been beautiful. We've been having a great time. The kids are back with their mom today, and I'm just here working and trying to wake up and get back to this Monday thing. Sorry that the voter system went. Everybody's doing well. KN6NUF.
Well, yeah, Rockland and Georgetown are up right now, but for some reason, nothing coming from Mountaintop. But I just checked, and the power is on at Mountaintop, and everything looks normal at Mountaintop, so I'm not sure why we're not hearing it. But I will roll back and see if Doug or Tom maybe are working on the system right now. Well, I'm glad that you had a great sports day. Sorry that Abraham missed the donuts, but hey, mark your calendar. Don't know if it's going to be available, but May we're going to have another donuts and coffee in the park at Recreation Park in Auburn, and all of the Coffee Break Net control operators will be hosting that along with the Sierra Foothills Amateur Radio Club. So mark your calendar. Abraham still has a chance to get some free donuts.
Yeah, I'll have to tell his mom. Abraham and Aurora will be with their mom that week because Alyssa and I are going with her school to Washington, D.C. and New York City as part of her East Coast trip. So we'll be gone for a week in May, and I think we'll miss that event too. But yeah, lots of stuff happening here in this household. You know, my focus is all about the kids, so they're all have their own ventures that they're exploring and different extracurricular activities that they're pursuing. So I'm just always there to support them and lift them up. So doing the best that I can. KN6NUF.
You're a good father. Absolutely. One of those wonderful rewards in life that you're holding close to your heart there. You have a wonderful day, Joshua. Thanks for checking in, and we will catch up with you later on. And I hope the pictures turned out really good. Always that chance that your kid is the one kid in the team photo with their eyes closed. KN6NUF, AI6US 73.
Everyone have a wonderful day, and remember to give a hug to those you love as soon as you can, because you never get that chance again. KN6NUF clear.
Good reminder there, Joshua. You have a KN6NUF, AI6US, and yeah, thank you, Tom. Tom pointed out that RTCM2 Mountaintop is back online, so maybe it was just a internet fiber thing. Tony, SM6XGP, good afternoon, good evening, Tony. Welcome. Happy Monday.
And it is Monday. SM6XGP here, back here. Yeah, we have changed times over here, so now I am in sync for the Coffee Break Net again after 3 weeks off sync. So that's nice. So it's nice to be back to listen to you and your friends over there running the Coffee Break Net in the evenings over here when I'm fixing dinner and all that crazy stuff. I missed you. And today is it was another guy who celebrated birthday over there, so I'm doing that too today. So we have had a little bit of nice things to companion the coffee mugs at the work today, and that was nice. And today will be a lazy day, rest of it, and not so much going on in the Radio Shack either. I have ordered a diggy rig to see if I can get my old TS2000 running some digital modes, but it has never arrived yet, so we will see when it will arrive. It takes some time to order things from the US nowadays, so we will see when it's coming here. So that's what's going on over here, Brian. Back to you.
We're going to make this a day that Tony will remember. Everyone, grab your microphones. Happy birthday, Tony, AI6US.
Happy birthday, Tony. Kilo Golf 99.
Happy birthday, Tony.
Happy birthday, Tony, KM6RFB.
Birthday, Tony. Happy birthday, Tony. Kilo Quebec 4 Alpha Papa.
Happy birthday, Tony.
Well, there you go, Tony.
That was a nice
You got some.
Thank you,
Nope. There you are.
Yeah, that was a nice kerfuffle. Thank you, everyone.
We are really good at giving birthday kerfuffles. Well, good luck on getting that the radio and or the supplies there. And yeah, the logistics are broken right now. We can only hope they get better. Especially difficult in the retail industry right now, and it's really even affecting amateur radio because we cannot get the filters. Some of the best filters made, we're not able to get those right now. Exorbitant tariffs, and then on top of the tariffs are just the brokerage fees that are putting on top of stuff. So, the tariff is one thing, but then because they have to handle the tariff, you're ending up with $100 minimum brokerage fees. It's just crazy right now. So I hope that everything lands on your side with minimal additional hassle and cost. But happy birthday, Tony. You have a great evening. And thanks for checking in, as always. Great to hear you. Glad we're back in sync.
Yeah, I hope this digger rig will arrive soon. In the beginning of the year, I ordered some stuff from AllScan, and that arrived quite fast. And I don't remember. I had to pay some toll fees for that, but it was not so much. So that worked very well. So yeah, we will see if the dig rig will arrive, and then I can be active on some digital modes and see if I can find any, put up some antennas, or maybe doing some portable. TS2000 is not the most portable rig in the world, but maybe I can visit some friends or something like that with better antennas and better QGH than I have. So it's nice to have some gear to play with. I can use it for 2 meters and 70 meters FT8, for example. That will be nice. Have a nice day, Brian, and all on the Coffee Break Net 7 free from for a change, sunny Gothenburg. I don't know what's happened there, but the sun is out today, and it's around 8-9 degrees Celsius, so it's not so warm, but the spring is on its way. My allergies say so. Anyway, 7 free. Bye-bye from SM6XGP.
Well, my allergies concur with your allergies. Spring is here. The sun is out because it's your birthday, Tony. I hope you had a wonderful birthday and continue for many more trips around the sun. SM6XGP, Tony, back in Gothenburg, Sweden. Always a pleasure to have you stop by. Clearing with Tony. Let's check in now with Andrew, KQ4APD. Good morning, Andrew.
Good morning, everybody in Coffee Net Break Land. Hope everybody's having a good morning. It's afternoon where I'm at in the great, beautiful state of Alabama. Not a lot for me this morning. I got to get back to doing some honey-do lists. I got in trouble. I ended up purchasing a new radio, and it got delivered yesterday while I was at work, and the wife found it. So she's not too happy with me about a purchase like that. So I promised her today I'd get up there and all honey-do stuff and projects once done, get them
as much as possible. You know, kind of help, you know, make it a little bit easier for that transition. And because, you know, from my great-grandfather would always say the best saying ever, I probably think, is happy wife, don't get the knife. That's all I got for everybody. I hope y'all have a wonderful day. 73, back to net control.
Oh, and I thought you were going to throw the old cliche back at us. That is funny. Happy wife, don't get the knife. I've never heard that before. Wise Grampy there. KQ4APD, AI6US. And now that we don't have to speak in hushed tones, what new radio did you get?
So I got, it's called a Hermes Light 2. It's one of those SDR type radio, so transmit. And I don't really know a lot about it. This is a new endeavor for me, learning about it. But it's basically, from what I understand, is they took a cable modem and made it into an SDR, and another ham developed a filter board for it, and you marry the two together, and you basically have like a really nice SDR computer style transmit and receive radio.
Very cool. Yeah, I've heard of people that are using those, and I think you're using probably the Theta software, which is also used on the Anon radio. So that should be a fun way to explore. And what PC platform or what computer platform do you run?
So I'm running it on, I got a couple of PCs from, I believe the company's name is they're their little Nook PCs. They got the, I think it's the Adler Lake processor in there. I think it's the N150, and it's Windows 11 because it seems like you can't get anything but Windows 11 sometimes on these machines. I'm thinking about converting it to Linux when I figure out how to do that because I hear it's so much better. And you are correct, I'm running Theta on it right now. Having so much fun learning stuff. It's a new endeavor for me, so it's a lot of fun.
Well, enjoy. I know several of our club members are running Anons, the Anon 10 and some of the other versions of Anon, and they absolutely enjoy the Thetas. And I'm of the Flex camp, but I am now starting to play with a new open source called Ether SDR, AETHER SDR, Ether SDR, and in many ways it reminds me a lot of the Thetas programming. Well, Andrew, enjoy the new toy, and your wife will get her honey-do list done. It's a win-win. KQ4APD, AI6US 73.
Good morning, Joe.
KA1.
He said it better get done, so I don't have a choice. Back to net control, 73, everybody. Enjoy your day.
All right, 7-3. Thanks for checking in this morning, Andrew. Enjoy that new toy. KA1 JXY. Good morning, Joe. What do you have for the net today? Happy Monday. Uh-oh, did we lose you, Joe? KA1 JXY AI6US Coffee Break Net. Life got in the way of the hobby. Good morning. Man, we have 15 minutes remaining for the Coffee Break Net. I'll take quick in and outs, and for the log, who's out there this morning? KM6 RFB.
With an H for the log.
Kilo Golf 9 Mike.
W2VX for the
Kilo
log.
November. Whiskey, Quebec Uniform, KN6 WQ. Good morning, Brian. Clicking it out.
W7 UKX for the log.
K6 GBZ for the log.
KN6 Weiss
Lee.
W6EK Delta 6 Hotel Oscar, November for the loss. Thanks, Brian.
All right, I'm going to stop check-ins right there. It is a big kerfuffle mess. So I'm going to clean this up, and then we'll come back in. K4LGI, good morning, Sam. Were you in and out or for the log?
Log, Brian.
All right, good morning to you, Sam. Happy Monday. KN6YCG, good morning, Patrick. In and out or for the log?
For the log.
All right, Patrick, you are in the log. Then I got a partial call here of Bravo Zulu.
Kilo 6 Golf Bravo Zulu for the log.
All right, K6GPZ, that's Tom. Got you in the log. You have a wonderful day. WB7UKX, I believe that's, is that you, Dick? I think I got the UKX. I didn't get the prefix. Was that you?
Roger, WB7 uniform here. Dick.
All right, Dick. Have you in the log. Thanks for checking in. KN6WQU, good morning, Dan. Have you for in and out. W2VX, were you for the log or in and out?
For the log, Brian. Good morning.
All right, Doug, got you in the log. KG9M, good morning there, Frank. I got you for in and out. And let's see. Heard Scott, part of Scott's check-in. RFB, was that you, Scott?
Affirmative, Brian, in and out. Oh, yeah, just real quick in and out. I've got a couple things, but that's it.
All right, I'll get your full call. I'm not running on all cylinders here. And then there was a couple of other doubles. Please do not add yourself to the list, but if you had tried getting into this round, I'm going to add you to the list. No new takers, please, at this time.
Hi, Brian. Katie, excuse me. Peter, for the log only.
Whiskey Bravo 3, Charlie, Sierra, Yankee for the log. Thanks, Brian.
Kilo Oscar 6, Charlie Kilo Whiskey. Good morning, Brian, for the log only, please.
All right, let's go ahead and start visiting with some of these folks. I'm going to acknowledge Ramon. You did such an awesome job, you and your wife and all of your assistants. Concessions, the donuts were to die for. The coffee was black and delicious. It was, thank you so much, Ramon, for volunteering. So I know you're just for the log, but thank you, and you won a couple of prizes from the drawing. So congratulations to you. Have a great day, Ramon. You can say hello again.
Copy that, Brian. Thank you very much, too. Really enjoyed it. I'll catch up with you later. K06EKW monitoring.
Yeah, Ramon, God, it's rated the best donuts in California, the place out there in Rockland. What's the name of that place there, Ramon? Let's give them some credit there. Those were the best donuts at any Hamfest I've ever been to, and they were fresh.
QSL. Well, the credit goes to everyone, Brian, including yourself. You know, everybody did a great job. You know, my biggest advantage is kind of very easy to have the club president to be in the team. So I have the big guns, the big 16-inch guns. So no problem there. Where everything went smoothly. I have some room for improvement. I note it down, and to answer your question, it's donuts and cinnamon in Rockland. And I owe you an apple strudel. I will never forget that. You'll get one day. Back to you.
Well, I was just a whiner. I enjoyed the cake donuts. They were delicious. All right, W6EKW, great job running concessions, and thank your wife also. It was an awesome team, and everybody who volunteered over there. Good morning, WB3CSY. Rick got you in the log, KD6QZH. Good morning, Peter. You are in the log as well. Let's go ahead and visit. We have a few in and outs here, and let's see. One moment. Let me clarify things here. Let's see. Okay. Up to the top, KM6 RFB. Good morning, Scott, and great to see you at the Hamfest and manning the Aries tent. There were no medical emergencies that I was aware of, other than I tried jamming too many donuts in my mouth. Thank you for being there and helping.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks, Brian. Great Hamfest. Hats off to Frank and my medical unit lead, N6 EMS. You're right. No medical needs, no safety needs. We did really well this year, like we always do, and I picked up a couple treasures.
Yeah, big shout out to Bob, too, and everybody else that was over at the Aries table. And yes, tell us about the treasurers, or the treasures, the treasurers. You didn't rob the bank.
I picked up a ICOM IC706 MK2 Golf and an Alinco 32 amp power supply, and I paid $80 for the pair.
No way. A 702 Mark II-G and a Alinco. You robbed. Should we send an ambulance? That person was robbed.
Yeah, 706 Mark II Golf works great. I was talking on it last night a little bit, and the power supply holds fast and steady.
The only thing on the Mark II-G, I had one of those. Keep an eye on the PLL tuning pot. They sometimes get a little dirty and you'll get some frequency drift, but it's a real easy, quick fix with a little deox and a little screw. Just lift the lid and it's right there. Okay. I've heard some great deals from the Hamfest, but that's right up there, top layer. You got a great deal. Hey, Scott, thank you for volunteering. Thank you for putting together the safety plan. Thank you for being prepared, and I appreciate all you do for the club. You have a wonderful day. Happy Monday.
Brian, it is my pleasure to help the club. They've helped us quite a bit, and it's what we can do to give back to the club that have been helping us. So we will always be there for the club. KM6 RFB, back to net.
Absolutely. Well said, Scott. Good morning, Frank. KG9M. Frank, of course, was the lead chairman for the Hamfest, and I must say that was the largest seller turnout, largest buyer turnout, just an incredible turnout, and the weather, what a great team of people, and what a great team leader. Thank you, Frank.
Good morning, Brian, everyone. Kilo Golf 9 Mike, Frank in Auburn. It really was great to see everyone who showed up at Hamfest on Saturday. A couple months of planning came together very nicely. As you said, weather was good. Attendance was great. We had every stall filled. We were pushing into overflow territory. We could squeeze a couple more folks in if we needed to, but I think we were right where we needed to be. And, I just can't say enough about the team leads and the volunteers who came out. You included. You were instrumental throughout the entire process, Brian, so thank you. But I won't list all the names now because I'll time out. But if you had any part in the Hamfest event, sincere and genuine thanks and congratulations for putting together a great Hamfest. I couldn't be happier, and so far all of the feedback I've received has been positive. A couple things to consider for next year, and I'm certainly still looking for that input.
Well, let's make sure we get Jim W6JCZ, get some pictures over to him from Tom and N6H, so we can capture some of the flavor of the event in the newsletter that's coming out in a few days here. And you always run that risk when you start thanking people that you're going to miss someone really important. It's a tough one. But yes, a big team of people got together and put on a wonderful event, and I'm raising my hand to be involved again next year if you want me to be. So thank you so much.
You know it, Brian. I'm looking forward to bringing the band back together. I'm going to stick around for another year, and I've had some commitments already from some of the team leads to stick around for another year. And that's what makes this event a success, is that corporate knowledge. But we know that we need to expand the team. So if you enjoyed the event and you want to take a more direct role and provide, even if it's a shadow for someone else, please step up and raise your hand and contact me or any of the club leadership, and we will find a meaningful way for you to contribute. It takes a village, and the village came together for this event, and again, I couldn't be more proud and happy of the results. So thanks everyone for a great Hamfest. I'm turning the keys in today, and that's my last thing for that other than the debriefs. Thank you, Brian, for all you've done, and again, it's a great club, and it's that volunteer spirit that was in full force during Hamfest that makes me proud to be a part of this club. AI6US, Kilo Golf 9 Mike, 7-3.
Yeah, when you can assemble a team that is as large and manage it and work so well together, some people getting there as early as 3:30 in the morning, working days in advance on items, working weeks in advance, months in advance to make this happen. So big thanks to you and to everyone who volunteered. And I'm going to wrap things up here in just a few minutes, and I'm going to let everybody know what was inside the mystery box. I know some people were asking. I don't know if you're going to hear the squawking Canada geese here, but we're having an invasion, eh? Cleared with KG9M, AI6US. Good morning, Dan, KN6WQU. Anything for the net this morning?
Let me make sure I'm getting it okay. Is mountaintop back up?
Oh, yeah, it was just down for a few minutes. Sorry if you missed the announcement. Yeah, it's back up.
Yeah, because that's the one that favors me, so over here in the North Highlands area. Yeah, this is KN6WQ. Good morning, everybody. Hope everybody has a great day today. And I definitely walked away with some treasures too. I'm keeping a little bit of a secret until I know that it works, because I don't want to put it out there if it doesn't. So I'm still in the testing phase with it. So once I know it works, I will probably announce it. But right now, I'm still playing with it. So I'll give you a little hint though. Got a little power involved. This is KN6WQ.
1 degree.
Contact.
My. I'm looking forward to seeing the batteries drain and backup from the grid be called on to enhance your output, I assume. I hope that works out well for you, Dan. Well, thank you also for your volunteering, and it very much appreciated pitching in wherever that was needed, and thanks to all that did that. Dan, have a wonderful day. Happy Monday.
Permission to go to Dan direct. KC6 FLA.
Go ahead, direct.
Dan, you were the one to purchase the Drake tuner, is that correct? Oh, yes. Yeah, the drag tuner is still coming my way, yeah. We haven't got that all figured out yet, but I did call Jim on the side and told him after Hamfest that I'd like to pick that up, so yes.
Well, I found it this morning, halfway through the bed of the truck. I found it. It's in good shape, good condition. I pulled it off to the side. So just want to let you know we know where it is, and it's yours, KC6SLE.
Roger that. Thanks for letting me go direct, Brian. Everybody have a great day, and man, I can't believe it's going to rain soon. Isn't that crazy? KN6WQ.
Big power amplifier needs a big tuner. I see where this is going. All right. Good morning. Hey, before I do last call for the log, I'm going to run down. We've had a lot of requests, people going, what was in that Hamfest mystery box? And first of all, I'm going to say this was a silent auction, and the total, the donation for the Sierra Foothills Amateur Radio Club Scholarship Fund was $400. Was the winning bid on this mystery box, and that was by Adam, W6AGT. So congratulations to Adam. So here we go. I'm going to give a list. Just take me a moment here to run through the list with you guys, and I'm going to let it break, and then I'll tell you what was in the mystery box that supported the scholarship fund. There was an iambic paddle in there made by Kent. Anybody who knows the quality of a Kent iambic paddle will know, oh, that's off to a good start. Signal, TNC, was in there. Clamp, amp meter was in there. Fuse kit, ATC complete fuse kit. An LED voltage current meter. An HRO gift certificate for $25. There were some soldering aids in there, along with clips and clamps and all sorts of things. A whole box filled with RF connectors, N-type, UHF, SMA, you name it. Really nice, and you know the cost of all of those good quality connectors, adapters. Tripod, there was a tripod in there. There was a dual band HT. A power management station was in there, a PC power management station. There was SWR RF power meter in there. There was many accessories for mobile antenna mounting, and then something that was too big to fit into the case, but this is something that Adam chose off of the club table to add in there, an equipment case. So Adam, congratulations, and the scholarship fund. Just a reminder, you guys, we have a very active scholarship program here at Sierra Foothills Amateur Radio Club. This year already, we've given out $3,000, three $1,000 scholarships to students who are involved in tech programs, and another 3 scholarships, another $3,000 out this year, and Adam's generous donation for winning the mystery box will be going into that fund to help many scholars in the future who are interested in further education for technology programs. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and just throw it out there. I don't know if Graydon or anybody else has a comment about the mystery box, but that was the first time we did the mystery box, and hopefully not the last. That was fun.
KC6SLE, I do have a comment.
Yeah, go ahead, Graydon.
You left out the most valuable thing that Adam got, and that is the box itself. He got the wooden box, which has some history on it that you can describe if you'd like to, Brian. And he got the lock and the key that came with it. Plus, he got a very unique keychain with the key. It's actually a little scary at times when you look at it, but it looks like a voodoo doll, really. KC6SLE.
How could I have forgotten about the box? No, the crate that the mystery box was locked in was a crate that was made for club activities for many years. That crate went out on ham fests and to build all sorts of gear inside of it, and that was made by KG6 LSB. That was George, who is now a silent key, but yeah, it was just something that has a lot of value through the years to the club, and we just, it was now becoming excess with all of the smaller bins, and we thought, what a wonderful way to let that box go live at somebody's home who can put it to use. But yeah, there we go. That's the history of the box, the mystery box. Good morning, Coffee Break Net on the W6EK Repeater. Let's go ahead and take one more round for the log as we wrap up the Coffee Break Net on this beautiful Monday morning, and I am listening to Canada geese duke it out on my roof. What's up? Where are their manners?
Whiskey Uniform 6 Hotel.
N9REF.
W8LVT. Good morning, Brian.
Kilo 6 Victor Papa. Kilo 6 Victor Papa.
KI6 LOP.
Delta 6 Hotel Oscar November. Thanks, Brian.
KI6GC.
All right, a couple stations in there I could not hear. Your audio was very, very low, but this is who I heard. No problem hearing Glenn, KI6TC. Good morning, Glenn. Good morning, Joe, KD6HON. And congratulations on winning the PowerWorks kit. And we'll get that to you at the next club meeting. That is a really neat gift. KI6LOP, good morning, Russ. Thank you so much for your volunteer and helping out various areas and heading up the parking patrol. Thank you so much for that, for you and your team, KI6LOP. Then I heard Dan, K6VP. Good morning, Dan. Got you in the log. And good morning to Tim, W8LDT. Got you in the log there, Tim. I heard a N9RES, and I know we've talked before. I'm going to have to look up your call here. That's Bill, N9RES. Good morning, Bill. And WU6H, good morning to you, Ryan. Thank you so much for volunteering, not only at the test bench, but also for setup and teardown and everything else that you and your crew did. Thank you so much. There was a station, I believe, a Delta Golf Tango. Your audio is very, very low. Cuddle right up to that microphone and give me that call again, please.
AN6CUT.
Yeah, very, very low audio. I think it's Kilo number 6, Delta Golf Tango. Is that QSL?
Delta Uniform Tango.
All right, KN6 Delta Uniform Tango. I copied that. And your name and location, and I'll get you in the log.
Sandy in Sacramento.
All right, Sandy. Thank you very much for checking in this morning. And was there another, let's see, who did I miss? Let's see who else I need to get here to get in the log. This is the Coffee Break Net on the W6EK Repeater. Last call.
AI6LZ.
KN6SSP. Morning, Brian, for the log.
W1ATV. Good morning.
Whiskey Hotel 7, Papa Victor for the log. Good morning.
All right, W7 Papa Victor. Good morning, Sandy. Been a while. Hope you're having a great day. 7-3. And good morning, Aaron. W1ATV. Thank you so much for all that you did to gather such awesome prizes for the Hamfest, and really appreciate everything that you do for the club, and thank you so much. You rounded up some tremendous prizes.
Well, it's fun, and I enjoyed it, and you guys are all welcome. It was a great time. It was one of the best Hamfests. It's my 4th or 5th one now, and yeah, that was great. It was a lot of people. I got to see a lot of people I hadn't seen in a long time, you know, once a year kind of thing. So it was great. I bought a killer Ethernet power switch from Don LPJ. Man, I love that thing, and I made a few bucks.
Yeah, I heard that you sold your 3D printer, and so you had money to spend. Excellent. Well, glad you you had a great Subi Hamfest. It was great to see you there, and man, what a great turnout and great weather. Thank you so much for everything. You know, you reached out to some tremendous vendors who we had some wonderful donations, and then just gather those prizes together. They were over $2,700 worth of prizes this year, so very awesome. Thank you for everything you do. Have a great day.
Well, you too, Brian. Thank you for all you did, and everybody, man. It takes a village, right? So we have an awesome group of volunteers, and so thanks to all of you guys, and thanks to Frank for running it. So everybody have a great day. I'm back to work. W1ATV 7-3.
All right, Aaron, you have a wonderful day, and yes, all the volunteers, and led by Frank, KG9M. Hey, good morning, Art, KN6SSP. I hope that you have a wonderful day. Sorry, didn't see your smiling face at Hamfest, but I know you probably wanted to be there. You have a wonderful day. Got you in the log. And AI6LZ, good morning, Bert. You are in the log as well, and thanks for checking in this morning. All right, this is going to be last call for the log for the Coffee Break Net. I'm Brian, AI6US, and we are looking forward to Donuts and Coffee in the Park coming up on May 9th. Mark your calendars. Donuts and Coffee in the Park. That's going to be hosted by the Sierra Foothills Amateur Radio Club and hosted by the Coffee Break Control Net Ops. So drop on by. Put on your calendar. Donuts and Coffee in the Park. We're going to put out probably an RSVP on this one so we know how many donuts to buy. But that's going to be Saturday, May 9th at 9 a.m. in Auburn at Auburn Recreation Park. And you know Donuts and Coffee in the Park is fun. We have a great time. All right, this is going to be last call for the log only. Coffee Break Net on the W6EK Repeater. Any takers?
Kilo Charlie 6, Sierra Lima Echo, with one final comment on the Lunas Hamfest, if I may.
Gerry, 6 POR.
KE6POR. Good morning, Jim, and thank you so much for your volunteer at the Hamfest. I hope you had a great time. Got you in the log there, sir. KB7DFP, somebody mercilessly stomped on you, and all I heard was soup.
Yeah. Oh, boy. Yeah, chicken noodle soup.
Seriously, all we heard was soup. Have a great day, Ken. Cleared KB7DFP. And let's see, did I miss anyone else? And then I'll circle back to KC6SLE. Anybody else for the log? All right, let's circle back to Graydon, KC6SLE. Go ahead, sir.
Thank you, Brian. We're mobile right now, so hopefully I'm coming in fine. I just wanted to mention we did do 3 Elmer tours. This year was not a record for the number of Elmer tours, but we gave 3 Elmer tours. We're always going to have that available at the Hamfest. And one of those, which I conducted personally, was with my neighbor, Dan. And he's in New Ham, as you know. He attended our classes. He attended our testing session. He came over yesterday with his new mobile antenna for his Jeep and his mount, and he and I put that on, and he just made the comment to me, I want to pass it along to the club and everybody else, that just a wonderful group. I took him around as I was Elmering him and introduced him to person after person after person, and he just wanted to comment that he liked everybody he met. He was impressed with everybody he met. So I think that speaks volume for the club. That was my comment. Thank you, Brian. KC6SLE.
Certainly, kudos go to the club and everybody. I mean, it's just a great group of amateur radio ops, and you know, we also put our best foot forward when we know there's a new person who might be volunteering to help in the future. I'm just kidding. Am I? Good morning, Graydon. Thanks for sharing that. That is something we all need to hear, because that's the way we try to run our events and the type of club we are. Thank you, and drive safely. Good morning, Coffee Break Net on the W6EK Repeater. Just a reminder, coming up about 10, 11 days away, club meeting, next club meeting, April 10th at the Placer County HHS Conference Center. And Jim, WA8MPA, is going to be giving a presentation, and we're looking forward. Jim always gives great presentations. We'll be learning more about that shortly, and really looking forward to that. Let's see. We, of course, now that we're coming into April, we'll be having our breakfast and fox hunt coming up the last Saturday of the month. There is going to be a tech class. So if you know anybody who's looking to get their amateur radio license, tech class starts April 21st. And then, of course, what we're going to be talking about, inviting people to Donuts and Coffee in the Park, May 8th. And then, of course, in June, we're coming up on Field Day. We have a lot of fun activities planned ahead. Good morning, everybody. With that, I'm going to get on my way. I'm starving, and it looks like it is just a beautiful day outside to maybe get some of those outdoor projects done and try to find where my bottle of Claritin pills are. Good morning. I'm Brian, AI6US, beautiful Meta Vista, California. This has been the Coffee Break Net, where the sun is always shining, the birds are singing, and the fish are jumping. This net is sponsored by the Sierra Foothills Amateur Radio Club. We're here every day of the week from 7:30 a.m. to 10 a.m. Pacific Time. That's 1430 to 1700 UTC. Once again, I'm Brian, AI6US, returning the W6EK repeater and connected repeaters and nodes back to normal operation. See everybody this evening on the All Nodes Net. That's here on 51018 and on Echolink, and that will be starting at 6 p.m. Pacific. That's 9 p.m. Eastern here on node 51018. 7-3 all. Have a wonderful day. Happy Monday, if it's possible.